He's to declare I'm the dummy.
Not the
name of our channel.
Welcome back. So I have set up what's called a teaching table, which is what I use with my students. And so Bajir is on here. And so I've given him this hand, which is the first hand that I give all of my students. And I'd say 80 to 90% of them get it wrong. So no pressure here, Bajir.
I'm aiming for the 80 to 90%.
Yeah. All right. So let's start by bidding it, and you can just kind of tell us what you're thinking.
Okay. All right. First thing, I'm going to count my points.
Yep.
So 4, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18. But then I have a nice long suit. So if I add points for length, and I keep it in mind, add another one there. So I'm going to open one heart. This is a really nice, strong hand. I love the singleton diamond. I'm not going to open one no trump.
Great.
And I'm going to trust that you can just interrupt me when I make a mistake, or just let me make it. Tell me when to stop. I won't wait for confirmation. So I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Now, what's helpful for folks learning like me, Adam taught me you can click on any bid to get a.
That's only when the robot makes the bid.
I see.
Playing with a person, you can't cheat like that.
Real fast, I'm not going to click here. What does this mean? Alert.
So, in normal life, when your partner makes an artificial bid that requires an alert, you do it, right? When a partner does it. Online, you self-alert. So if you're going to make a bid that's unusual, you type in the alert thing first, and then there you go.
So like if you and I had a special agreement that following 2 hearts, if I bid 7 no trumps, it means I have all of the hearts.
Well, we might have an actual agreement that bidding 3 diamonds showed shortness, right? That's an actual agreement that we might have. So if that were our agreement and you chose to bid 3 diamonds, you would just type in, singleton or shortness or whatever. And, click on your 3 diamond bid normally. And then
and that wouldn't affect how things actually work out when you're playing with the robots, but it's just good practice and for when you're playing live.
Yes, it's really for when you're playing with other people. And so what happens is the bid will get highlighted in yellow. And your opponents and you will be able to see that explanation, but your partner will not. Right? So if partner forgot what 3 diamonds meant, it's not going to help him.
Okay. All right. Well, so back to this hand. So if, gosh, I'm embarrassed to say, but even with simple responses, I still question myself. But that's a limit bid because partner did not bid a new suit. And I think, is it showing 6 to 9 points?
Yeah, right around.
And a heart bit?
Yeah, 3 hearts and about 6 to 9, maybe 10 points.
Okay, so 6 to 9, maybe 10, which means, do we have enough for game? We might. There's a chance we wouldn't. My inclination would be, all right, so what are my options? I could pass. I could jump to game because we do have a fit. And I could bid 4 hearts. Could I bid 3 hearts as an invitational, or is that a mistake?
You could. If you're going to invite, you can make a more descriptive bid. Remember, there's only 2 aspects of an auction. We're trying to find strain and level, right? Do we have a fit in a major suit? And then do we belong in a part score, a game, or a slam? So on this board, we have agreed on hearts.
Yeah.
The contract is going to be in hearts.
Yeah.
Any bid that's not in hearts is not an offer to play there. It's an attempt to solve the question of level. Right?
Ah, wow.
right? So if you were to bid, for example, 2 spades right now, that would say, I'm interested in a game, but I'm not sure that we have a game.
Right.
My second suit is spades.
Ah,
How does that make your hand look?
right.
Just, we call it a game try. It's a natural kind of game try. It's so that if you bid 3 hearts, it sends the same basic picture, but it doesn't describe your hand any further. And so partner is kind of in the blind guessing
Right.
if their hand is good for you.
It's a lesson that I've had to unfortunately learn again and again, and Graham over at Skybridge Club has to keep reminding me that it's like you don't have to keep describing the same thing over and over again.
That's right. Yeah. And you have to remember that the auction is about getting to the right final contract. It's not about making the right bids. It's not about describing your hand. It's about getting to the right final contract.
Now, here's a question. It's like I have a beautiful 6 card. My one heart bid promises a 5 card heart suit.
Right.
If I were to bid hearts again, would I be telling partner I have 6, and would that information even be helpful?
No, and maybe. But the answer is, once we have established a trump suit like this,
Yeah.
we're not making shape showing bids as much anymore. We're not the idea of describing our hand and our shape and our extra length and stuff is to help us find a trump suit. Once we have found a trump suit, the only issue on the table now is how high. Do we have a game? Do we have a slam? Should we stay on a part score? So it's really useful to think of it in those terms. I talk about bidding coming down to 2 or 3 questions, right? Do we have a game? Yes, no, or maybe. Do we have a major suit fit? Yes, no, or maybe. And if those both happen to be yes, then we ask, do we have a slam? Right? But at any point in the auction, if you're confused or anything, that's what I fall back on is, do we have a game? Do we have a major suit fit? And so on this hand, we say, do we have a game? Maybe. Do we have a major suit fit? Yes. Okay. So now that grounds us. We're in a game try auction.
Right.
Established hearts. The issue on the table is part score or game in hearts. Are we going to play 2 or 3 hearts, or are we going to play 4 hearts?
Right.
Now, with this hand, I think it's good enough to just blast a game. Right? Like you said, it's 18 points, but with that shape, the singleton diamond, the extra heart, it evaluates to more like 19 or 20.
Right.
Showing 6 points. If you have 19 or 20 points, that's 5, 26. That gets us to the threshold.
So even if partner just had 6 points, even if our high card points are a little bit shy of, like even if we have 24 high card points, because of the strength of that singleton ace diamond, because we have 6 hearts, we can add some strength.
Yeah. And, games are not about points. They're about tricks. And so there are going to be some hands with 6, 7, even 8 or 9 points where game can't make. And there's going to be hands with 5 or 6 points where game is cold. We don't have a great way on a hand like this to tell the difference between the two.
Right.
And so on balance, 4 hearts is going to make. So we just bid the contract we think we can make.
Right. I was waiting for the sound effect. Dong. I like the taiko drum.
Dong.
Dramatic. Okay.
So here's dummy. It's pretty minimal.
Here's dummy. Okay, well, I like that king of hearts, but I don't like that we have 3 club losers. There's just probably nothing we can do about. Or is there? I don't know, unless we get lucky with the diamonds.
Right. I mean, it looks like they're about to take 3 club tricks off the top.
Okay, so what question should I have in mind right at the beginning of playing this hand?
You're not even going to give yourself a chance to get it wrong?
Ha! Okay. All right. So I haven't even gotten to that spot yet. All right. First, following suit. Dunk. Indeed. All right. Well, I have to play the ace there.
Yeah, not a lot of choice there.
All right. First choice to do. So traditionally, I'm going to want to. The first thing I think is to draw trumps unless there's a good reason not to. I really want to win all of the remaining tricks, and my vulnerability is if the Queen of Spades, if whoever has the Queen of Spades has 3 spades and can wait and play it, unless I can trump the 3rd spade, which would make the queen ineffective. I'm just trying to think if there's any risk to doing that first. So first thing I'm going to do, just make sure I have in my head how many trumps are still out there. I have 6 down here, 3 up there, 9. So there's 4 out there. Let's just see how it breaks. First, let's do 1 round of trumps. And let's see if, because you made this hand, I feel like there must be an unfortunate distribution, and maybe all 4 trumps will be on one side.
You think I would do that to you?
I do. All right, there's one. But I'm going to pretend like I wouldn't necessarily guess that. Ah, no, that's not bad. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not that mean.
But if I do 1 more round, this is where we see. Okay. And that means West has the other one. So before I continue to draw all the trumps, here's my question, I guess. All right, so my 2 options, just to talk it all through. I can keep drawing trumps and hope that West or whoever has the Queen of Spades will discard enough spades such that they would have to play the Queen of Spades under the Ace or the King. But even then, if I do 2 rounds of spades, I can't even get to the Jack. So I think my best shot is to play 2 rounds now and try to ruff this 3 of spades. Should I do it, or do you want to tell me that was the big mistake I made? Now.
No, you're in the 10%. You got it right.
Ah, get out of town!
You got it right.
No way. I'm just gonna cut back so that 10%. 10%. All right, let's play it through. Whoa, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
All right. So just what an awesome hand. You made this? All right, so just to make sure too that I guess West couldn't ruff on top. 4 have been played, or 8 have been played. 9. There's still 4 out there. I feel like it's unlikely that West A. Parrish playing against 3 of you, man.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say, "Wayo."
So there's your first mistake.
Ah! Oh no!
How many trumps are left?
2.
No, 1.
Ah, right.
You can afford to ruff with the queen.
Yes, of course.
It almost certainly isn't going to matter.
But it was still a mistake. Ah! I need to take back the dance. Mm.
Okay.
Right, of course.
So now you're going to draw trumps, and I'm claiming for you.
Oh. Oh.
Ta-da!
Ta-da.
Okay, so here's the
Mm.
mistake that most people make.
Mm.
Is they look at this hand and they say, okay, I have 3 club losers, but I have no diamond losers, no spade losers, no heart losers. So the hand's easy. Time to draw trumps,
Mm.
right? And so they draw all the trumps, and then suddenly they look down at their hand and say, oops, I have a spade loser. Where did that come from? And
Mm.
so the key to the hand is counting the losers correctly and counting the losers from the master hand. When you look at this hand and say, I have no spade losers, what you're doing is you're combining steps,
Mm.
and you're combining counting losers from different hands, right? You're counting the diamond losers from the south hand, but you're counting the spade losers from the north hand. And that's cheating. It doesn't work.
Right.
Right? And so all we have to do is identify the loser. We count from the master hand, the hand with the long trumps, and say, oh, there's a spade loser.
Mm.
How do we get rid of it? Oh, there's a doubleton in the dummy. I can rough it. Right?
Mm.
It's elementary once you think about it the right way.
Mm.
But you cannot make a plan to eliminate a loser that you don't acknowledge. So
Mm.
that's why the first step has to be acknowledging every possible loser.
Mm. Mm.
Make sense?
It sure does.
Yeah. But your thought process was detailed enough that you were able to spot that. Now, if you had not known that it was a teaching hand and had just been playing quickly, you might not have put as much
Totally.
thought into it.
Totally. And I yeah, to the 90%. I would just say I would probably be sitting with you with like my heightened spidey sense of this guy, this troublemaker over here.
You want to play one more?
Yeah, let's do it. Go. Another chance to make mistakes. That's what every hand is for me. Chance to make mistakes. All right. Once again, I'm playing against 3 A Parishes. All right, let's count up my points. 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to open. Nice 5-card suit. I'm going to open 1 heart. Okay. 3 hearts. So partner is inviting me to game, right? Or is that showing strength? I have to admit,
hand. It's a limit raise, so it's like 10 to 12 points with 4 hearts.
10 to 12 points with 4 hearts. I think I'm going to pass.
Yeah. The way that I like to think about invitational hands is not focus on what partner has. It's focus on what I have, right? Partner's invitation says, I want to go to game if you have a little bit extra. And you look at this hand and say, I have nothing extra, right?
Right.
I have a 12
I told partner exactly what I have.
Right. My hand is balanced. I have nothing extra to say. So you're done. Right? You don't have
to. A quick say again for folks learning. So that limit bid from partner, responding to a 1 heart opening bid, a response of 3 hearts is a limit bid showing exactly what?
4 hearts and about 10 to 12 high card points.
And because we have 12, we're going to be shy of game.
Right.
So.
But again, rather than thinking, okay, partner has 10 or 11 points, add that to my 12, right? Instead of focusing on partner, just focus on you. Partner wants me to go if I have a little extra. Do I have any more than I have shown? No. I showed an opening hand with 5 hearts and at least 12 points, and that's all I have.
Right.
Right? Add like the king of spades, of course you would go.
Right?
Give yourself a singleton, maybe you would.
All right. Time to think. Put the thinking cap on.
Right.
All right. Well, I love those clubs. Thank you, partner, for those.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we have 9 hearts. So there are 4 trumps out there, and we're missing the king. We have almost for sure 3 losing spades. There's not much I think we can do about them. And diamonds too. This is tricky. This is a tricky hand.
Yeah, you got some work to do.
Yeah. If I'm first just glad we didn't go to game.
Oh, for sure. You're going to struggle to make 9 tricks here.
All right, well, let's just follow suit first, and I think I'm going to do everything I can to save the clubs, at least for a bit, because I don't want. I'm going to save those for a little bit. I'm looking at this diamond, the Queen of Diamonds, to think about, well, what's my best chance of turning this Queen of Diamonds into a winner? And then, of course, I'm scared about that King of Hearts, and I want to know if I can avoid, if there's any way I can beat it with the ace. But first, I'm just going to follow suit. Tonk. I promise to stop saying tonk. Okay, I get it. I understand why you mute the sound effects. All right, how do I mute it?
I don't even know. There must be a way to do it.
All right, we'll do it after this hand. Sorry to everyone who was already sick of. Is there a way to review the last trick?
There should be.
Maybe that.
Yes. So over on the left-hand side where there's the 0 and the 2, yeah, you found it.
Just click on that. Okay. Okay, here's where the trouble starts. Okay. But why would East lead a club? Interesting. All right, it makes me even more hesitant to play those winners early. Let's hold on to them. There's no rush. Question for you. I had forgotten which is dummy and which is dealer.
Your hand is the declarer.
Aha.
North hand is the dummy.
Okay. All right. So here we go.
I know that's unusual for you that Bajir is not the dummy.
But I get it. Another dummy Bajir joke.
All
right.
So the lead is in the north hand, the dummy.
Lead is in the north hand. So options. I'd love to be able to get the king out. Do I want to try finessing? Is there any chance I'd want to try finessing the Queen Diamond early? These are the questions I have in mind. I think I'm going to wait on trying to finesse the Queen Diamond early because I do have an entry to Dummy's hand up in the north hand. But with 4 out there, all right. Gosh. Yeah. This is where smoke will start coming out of my ears. I should probably just decide to do something even though I'm unsure what the right thing to do. Yeah. For some reason, what I want to do is to play the jack, see if the king comes out, and if it doesn't, let it run. How silly is that?
Do what you think is right.
Oh, I hate when you say that. Yeah. Oh! That's good news.
Bajir's first successful finesse.
Yay!
Mazel tov.
Yay! Uh-oh, you know what that means. You gotta find the things to cheer about.
That's right.
All right. I could still mess this up 8 ways until Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I have
Well,
a
since
lot of
now I'm guessing that the king is that East has it. There's still 2 out there. They both could come out under the ace, but I'm still going to play it safe, which means I can cross and either play the queen or the ace if I am reading it right. So I'm going to go low this time. I hope, unless West was faking me out, holding on to the king. Would West do that?
That'd be a pretty deep play. There's no reason for him to. If he has only 2 to the king, he risks losing it.
Okay.
So I would say no.
Okay. In there. Okay. So we read that right. That's great. Now, I just want to see if there's any reason not to draw the last one. I definitely want to get the king out, but I can't. I still have a couple trumps there. I'm going to play the last round of trumps. There it is. All right. Now, because I've learned to always be a little bit greedy, I don't want to stop thinking about what the best chance of getting that queen diamond might be. I feel like you already gave me 1 finesse. You're not going to give me another one, but still maybe worth trying.
It can't hurt.
Can't hurt. Any reason? I'm going to play 1 more round of trumps because I'm not. Am I vulnerable in any suit? I guess it would be good to be able to. If I lose it and they play a spade, it'd be good to be able to trump from either hand. I forget how many rounds of spades we played, but I feel like they could still lead a spade. So I want to keep this in North's hand. So I'm going to go ahead and cash these clubs I've been holding on to. I'm going to toss this 2. All right, here comes attempted finesse numero 2. Should I lead high? Would it have made a difference?
No, because you have to play the queen anyway. So playing the 10 is just kind of a waste.
Okay. That didn't work out.
Yeah.
Where's the wah-wah sound effect?
Wah, wah. But you got the rest. So
You got the rest.
you played this hand right too.
Is there anything I could have done about that second finesse that didn't work out?
No. This hand is basically coming down to you need 1 of the 2 finesses to work. Right? But the key to the hand was taking that first finesse by leading the jack of hearts. Because if you lead a low heart to the queen, the finesse works, but now you're in the wrong hand.
Right.
So you need to get back to dummy in order to take the second finesse, but that eats up your last entry. So you can't get back over there to finesse in diamonds. And, you run the risk, is someone going to rough while you're playing clubs? So that leading that jack is the key. We call it a pusher finesse.
Pusher finesse.
You have that pusher card, the jack, because you have this sequence. If you didn't have the 10, it wouldn't do any good to lead the jack. It would be bad. But with the 10, you have a strong enough sequence that leading the jack and maintaining the lead in the dummy is where you want to be.
Now, here's a question for you. In this instance, the pusher finesse, would that have worked? Does that work better than just a regular finesse?
It is a regular finesse, so it doesn't work better. The issue is just that it keeps you in the right hand, right? So that you led the jack and it won, but now you were still in the north hand, and so you could lead another heart through the king and finesse again.
Oh, wow. Thanks for explaining that, because I wanted, like, the unformed feeling of that was in my head, but I didn't know why.
Yeah, you got it right, just kind of randomly clicking cards.
That's what I do.
That's, at least you got it right. I'll give you credit for that.
Oh, thank you. Thank
At
you
least
so much.
you get at least partial credit.
Do I get a perish the thought point?
You get a pat on the back. Ooh, this way.
Let's never do that again.
Yeah, no, never.
All right, so these two hands were just awesome. How can people, and I'm talking about like the 3 people who are going to watch this video, how could they find this hand and play it without you inviting them as you did?
So these specific hands, these are mine. They can't. But the Bridgemaster software, that's the way to get this sort of hand and this sort of instruction on your own. So if you go back to the home page.
Okay.
It's going to say, are you sure you want to leave? Okay. And now there's several ways to get it. You can go back to that solitaire we were in. You can go to the practice button.
Okay.
Either one.
Either one. Okay.
And if you go down to the bottom, there's Bridgemaster.
Uh-huh.
All right. And so it's going to give you all of these options.
Including world class.
Right. You're going to start with beginner.
Okay.
So you can do A1, let's say.
These are, A1 is the first deal.
That's the first deal.
Is it, like, are these deals refreshed, or is it one set which is just always there?
It's one set that's there.
So it's almost like learn bridge in 30 hands.
Something like that.
Cool. And once again, the mistakes I make here are private. No one can see.
100%.
No one can hear me scream.
It showed you the auction. This is just a declaring tool. And so there's no bidding. You're just, you can see what the auction was. You're in 3-no Trump. And
real fast, I again, clicking around. For anyone who hasn't played at BBO, I just clicked on the contract and the auction comes up there.
Yeah.
Now, is that so Bridgemaster, all of these hands, there's no bidding in all of them? The auction is done up to world class?
That's right.
Wow.
Just
okay.
a declaring tool.
Huh.
Just to practice your declaring.
Now, what's this? I see something under here. I have full access to all deals, but access all deals.
So they used to charge for this, and they don't anymore. So it's kind of a remnant of that.
Oh, wow. They're just reminding us that they could. They could take our money.
They just haven't changed it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, gosh, guys, grab it while it's free.
Absolutely. This is the best way to practice.
What a helpful way to practice. And I love that it's private. I love honestly, I love the chance to skip the auction to practice. I know, like, bidding is where I need the most practice, I think, because it's where I make the most mistakes. But there are times I feel like there's already smoke coming out of my ears before I've played the first card. And I just, I want to save a little.
The truth is, robots are not good bidders yet. They can play hands okay, but they're not great bidders. But when we have it programmed like this, so they don't have to bid, all they have to do is do this. And it's not even the robot playing these hands. These have been specifically programmed to do the right thing. So, yeah, this is great. Practicing bidding with the robots can be an exercise in frustration.
Yeah.
Because they're not that great at bidding yet. It's better than nothing.
Right. And I mean, something that I think it's really easy to want to just complain about robot bidding, but I've found that, like, complaining misses the chance still to try to improve my own game. And I end up, if I start complaining, especially as, like, not a great player, I end up blaming the robot for things that were my own mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So even if, sure, the robot makes mistakes, but like any partner will make mistakes, human or robot. And if it's more about like training my own brain, I think, to be like, well, like doing the best job I can, regardless of.
Yeah. They say that the robot, they estimate it plays around the level of like a reasonable B-level club player. Right? That's better than a lot of people. Which is true. Like, it doesn't forget its system stuff.
Yeah.
And it usually plays the hands reasonably well. It forgets how many trumps are out.
So these are hands. So you design these hands, and you specified how they should be bid or played.
Yeah. The master, I had nothing to do with.
So right now, you one does need an invite for you. So is this the sort of hand that you play with your students when you're coaching them?
Yeah. When these two hands that we did, and a few more that I have, these are what I use the first time with a student, just to see what level they're at. So I have it set up as an assessment for me. Say, okay, they need work on bidding. They need work on their game tries. They need work on their declare play.
Okay.
They have.
Oh, well, here's a question, and I hope viewers won't mind the semi-obvious plug. But for anyone who'd be interested in getting your coaching, how can we find you?
Well, www.adamparish.us or email adam@bridgewinners.com. And
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Adam. Thanks for guiding me through the scary waters of entering BBO for the first time. It's not such a scary place if you know where to click.
Yeah, as long as you stay away from the mean people. And they have actually just introduced this new thing called BBO Prime, which is specifically supposed to be for nice people only. And so I think right now it's free, and they might end up charging for it. But, anybody who's like had complaints against them is not allowed to do it.
How about that? Interesting.
They're addressing the issue.
We need the internet Prime.
Yes, I know. Like Twitter.
But there's going to be like 3 people on it.
I know. It's like you and me and the Dalai Lama.
Who probably has a Twitter account.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. As you said, it will be our goal to be friendly. There's enough mean folks out there. So again, I
didn't realize that this was just going to be you getting free bridge lessons.
Good deal. It's a good deal. Well, for like the 3 people who end up watching this video, first, hi, Mom. And second, have any questions for Adam? I doubt you have questions for me. Wherever you found this video, type a question below. We'll try to stay on top of it. And get coached by this guy.
Yeah.
Adam@bridgewinners.com.
That's right.
Or Adam Parrish.
.us. Because .com was taken. That stupid guy with his stupid took my website. Anyway. On behalf of myself and Bajir, thank you for watching.
Thanks, everyone.
Until next time. Turn it off now.